Welcome back to Awful Taste but Great Execution. Naturally following shitty car mods. I feel like it's sort of like a wine pairing or an appetizer and a main course. It's pretty different than a wine pairing. This would work better if they were food-based subreddits, but you get the idea. Okay, let's start off down here with, we're gonna go a little bit lower just because there are a few not safe for works that I previewed and they're definitely not safe for YouTube. So, but we've also seen these on the shitty car mods. So we'll start off with this one. Penmanship prawn. Just, wow. It's so elegant, yet so immature and childish, but very well executed at the very least. And great artist. Just not sure that it'll do you justice at a job interview. But it seems like maybe it's, I don't know, in a place where your potential employer, person interviewing you, isn't going to see it immediately. Although, if they ever do, they might question you a little bit. Yeah. Yep, that one doesn't work there. It has penis in it. 10-year-old me would have adored this car. It's actually kind of it's an impressive wrap job because you have to match up all the body panels. So like the wrapping here has to line up with the wrapping here, even though they're all different pieces. So it's very well done. I mean, I've never wrapped my own car by hand. And I would assume that a place like West Coast Customs could probably execute this pretty easily, but still, you know, it's a good job. It's just, I don't think it looks super elegant. It kind of hides the lines of the car a little bit when you have too much going on and like color changing and things of that nature. It's like the real life car of what I did to the thumbnails on my 4GT videos to make it a surprise what color sample the thing was, and it's probably what I'm going to do when I take the delivery of the car in the thumbnail, so that you don't actually know what color the car is going to be until you click on the video, and it'll be a surprise. So the Rainbow 4GT should appear in the thumbnail of the video, just to tempt you into clicking so you discover what it actually is. There we go. So you'll get a preview like that. The thumbnail will look very much like that. Expensive paint job, zero taste. Is it actually a paint job though and not a wrap? Oh wow, it's on the rims too, that's paint. Yeah, if it's on the rims, it means it's paint, but I don't know about the rest of the body. But Jesus Christ, dude, if you really pay, like, whew, not only is paint generally more expensive than a wrap, but this has got to be a just very time-consuming, hand-drawn paint job that runs even more than just your traditional regular car paint job, which is expensive in and of itself. Oh my God. Whatever. You never know. We'll need to talk to the owner of the car or see it in person. Honestly, I kind of like it. Gucci guns. I wonder if that's probably a real thing. It looks well done enough that I wouldn't be surprised if it's on display at some kind of fashion installation at like a fashion week. I've never been to a fashion week, okay? I don't really know much about fashion other than I will admit the one time that I splurged on clothing. It was for the Star Wars premiere, and I was like, you know what? I don't own a nice suit or tux, so I will get a nice Gucci tux. I did do that, I will admit. And now it doesn't fit me anymore. Yeah. That's actually, it's kind of a cool art display, though. I don't mind it. Just probably very expensive if you wanted to buy it. Why you should never piss off an architect. That's very complex. It kind of looks like is it just me, or does this look like a couple of eyes and like a Hitler stash right there? A little bit. This looks like something you would find. It's in Europe, I can tell because of the Citroen, but it looks like something you would find on like the Manhattan Beach boardwalk a little bit. For any of you who have been there, this is very Manhattan Beach boardwalk style. Or Venice. You find a house like this in Venice, kind of near the canals as well. So the only thing that's surprising to me is the fact that it's not there, and that it's somewhere in Europe. But maybe this architecture is common someplace there as well. I don't know. Just all I see is a little... It could work as a smiley face too, but I'm kind of seeing this is a nose. These are the eyes that are like below the nose, like a cartoon character, and this is like a Hitler stash. And then maybe that's the mouth down there. That's some buck teeth. Finally caught this guy in the garage after trying all week. That's definitely a wrap. So again, you can remove it. I kind of like the wheels on that though, actually. Those are pretty sick wheels. And I'm not gonna lie, not the hugest fan of the Panamera. Kind of reminds me of a beluga whale. So I don't much mind what people do to theirs. That said, Porsche, if any of you, I do like you, Porsche. That new GT3 RS, I like it a lot. I really do. So it's just that Panamera looks a little bit like a beluga whale. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, there's nothing wrong with beluga whales. Beluga whales are pretty cool, but it looks like the head of a beluga whale. So if just compare the two. Hold on. Let me just... Okay. Beluga whale. All right. Just... It's like a... It's Panamera. You know? That's Panamera right there. See the... Yep. You know what I'm talking about. Not safe for work? I think I've broken something. Is that really where it's from? Man, I don't remember well enough. I did enjoy the Lord of the Rings movies, but is that actually what he says when he, at this moment in the movie when he breaks the carrot, he says, "I think I've broken something," or is it? I don't. In any case, I'm assuming that's the reference, and perhaps it's a reference that many people would get. So I don't know. I am king of all I survey, for I have a mighty throne. That's quite a toilet. It also looks like a butt up here. It looks like someone's legs end in lions' heads. Like, am I the only one who sees that this it either looks like a butt that just goes really deep, or it looks like someone's quads, knees, and then it goes into their feet that end in lions' heads, and you're like, your head rests right in this crotch here, basically, or in the butt. But the lid here looks really mighty out of place. Like, you went all out on the rest of this whole deal, and then you're like, you know what? I give up. So much effort. I can't be bothered to do anything with the toilet seat. Just leave it. Default. But why? Did you just donk out a classic Corvette? Oh no. Why have you done a thing like that? No, that's definitely more of a sheet the car mods than I think awful taste but great execution. Like, why is that not over there? Oh, that's painful. Because usually it's done, like if someone donks out a Nissan Murano or something, it's like, whatever, it was Nissan Murano. But it's like, that's a... Can't believe you've done this. Oh, no. Oh, humble. And with the Montana plate as a bonus. Yep. I think it's ironic though. It's definitely it's a little combination of everything with the gold and the two-tone and the Montana plates, which, hey, by all means, if you can do the Montana plate and you don't have any issues with it, then by all means, you do you, man. My God. Well, I guess I'm never gonna look at Donkey Kong the same way ever again. Good God. Very well done piece of art, though. I will say that much. Yep. Nintendo, if you're hiring any character artists, this guy seems like he might be a good choice. A wooden tiered sink. I think it's pretty cool. I'd be a little bit, I assume it's all sealed and stuff. I'd be a little bit worried about the longevity of it, but I don't think that's awful taste at all. I like it. I personally think it would be cooler in stone, but still, just that idea of like the tiered thing, especially in stone, like that's really cool. I like it. I'm sorry, I like it. maybe I have awful taste though. This guy's amputated hand tattoo. I don't know if it's real or not. There's like a small part of me that thinks this looks a little photoshopped. Could do some ELA on this image and see if it's legit or not. Some error level analysis. But if it is real, hey, it's a way to be a good sport about it. It works. It really does. That's funny. I don't know. You can't really say it's awful taste so much. You may as well, like, I don't know if the person was born this way or if it happened in an accident or something, but if it helps to, especially if it were in an accident, if that helps to, make it a little bit not as big of a deal and make it a humorous situation, then all the more power to this person. You don't need a license to drive a sandwich. I think that if we're being literal, you do actually, if it has a motor inside it. This guy should probably get hired by McDonald's or something to be a mascot. Like, who needs the Hamburglar when you got this? Or this could be the Hamburglers. I can speak very well, very good. This could be the Hamburglar's like escape vehicle for when he has to get away from a burglary, something like that. We've all thought it. Fingernails are great, but they're not as great as fish asses. Finally, someone has a solution. This is for when you don't want to be able to pick anything up. You can imagine doing that to every finger. You just basically you'd be out of commission. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't even pick up like a drink, probably. No, you could pick up a drink, I would imagine. You just have to kind of like do like this kind of grip on it or something like that. There's nothing that you could do that would require this sort of grip though. Trying to throw a baseball or something, break off all the nails. See, because this is something you would wear at some kind of party, right? And what if someone's bringing around the hors d'oeuvre tray? Because this is only qualifying for a party where people are bringing around hors d'oeuvres and try to pick something off the tray and got a bunch of fish butts on your hands. What are you gonna do? Like, good God. Donk alert. No, it's not too much chrome. Wow. At least I've got a pretty uniform color scheme going on. It's the color of everything else in the world. Are those those Forgiato. Forgiato has some. I have some wild wheels. That's all I'll say there. Yeah. Again, it doesn't bother me because it's not an old classic Corvette. It's not a model that I have any emotional investment into, but yeah, I think that's why chrome cars are disallowed in places, is because of this you see right here, where you blind other people. And that's why chrome cars they can be a little bit inconsiderate. Sometimes sun reflection is bad enough just on normal paint, but this is like, no, do you want to just look directly at the sun? Here you go. Here's a mirror. Closer. The sun's beautiful. It's a beautiful day out. Don't you want to get a better look at it? Here you go. That's why I drive around in this. Exploding dish chandelier. I don't mind it. It's unique. Would I buy it for my own house? Maybe not, but I could understand someone's interest in it. It also looks like maybe it's at a restaurant, and I could totally understand that being restaurant decor. If, God forbid, there was an earthquake and it fell, it seems more dangerous than perhaps your average chandelier, because on top of the weight, you have broken plates and spikes and knives and forks that are going to impale whatever it hits. But other than the possible safety hazard, I don't know. It looks kind of Beauty and the Beast-esque. I don't know why I'm getting that sort of vibe from it, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. What can I say? I've had a lot of things here that I don't mind, which seems rare, except this one Jesus Christ, we don't even need to go on it. It's just why would you do that? Why would you do that ever? It's just, yeah, that's okay. I assume that the person knew what they were doing when they got into that tattoo, and I don't know why. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the last month of Awful Taste but Great Execution. I hope that you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch up on Reddit-related videos. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to listen to the music playing in the background right now, that suits your fancy. It's over on the Marin Music channel, link in the outro. I'll see you next time.